Before diving into this session again, I would like to request you, would you please walk me through about your introduction in a nutshell?
Yeah, definitely, sir. So, as you know, my name is Mampi Chakravorty. I'm from West Bengal. I'm a homemaker and mother, and I have done my master in arts twice. First time in Sanskrit language, and second time in Yoga education. And yeah, I was earlier. I used to be a teacher. So, due to my pregnancy, I left that job, and it's been 5 years. I'm not working. And yeah, I like watching movies and reading books, spending time with my family. That's little about myself.
Yeah, that's I really appreciate you that you have been doing literally a hard work to work on your communication as well as I have been witnessing your journey too. Okay, so let me also break the ice on my introduction, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This side, Lalit, uh, I come all the way from Uttar Pradesh, and it's been around 7 plus years to me. I have been incessantly working in private organizations, and apart from that, it's been around 2 plus years to me into this language. I have been working on my communication vigorously, actually. And apart from that, I have a YouTube channel as well by the name of English Insights with Lalit where I'm going to upload this thing that how the people can actually vanquish abundance of vocabularies simultaneously and how they'll be able to recall them for a long period of time and simultaneously they'll be able to deploy them in the real-time conversations.
Yeah, exactly. Nowadays, it's the biggest issue nowadays students are
Exactly.
facing, like, how to
Yeah.
grab new vocabularies and how to utilize those in their communication
Mhm.
skill. Even I also one of them. So yeah,
I
but
too.
when
Actually, I'm too also because I used to face abundance of deviances in my incipient days, but now these days I'm like quite accustomed to utilizing those kind of things in my communication because I know which is the formidable technique I have been chasing and which has been a blessing in disguise for me actually. Right.
yeah,
So
so
if
could
I'm
you
like from Hindi medium, yeah, if I'm like from Hindi medium and if I can triumph such things in my life, in my communication. So I think so, like those who are from the different mediums as well, they'll also be able to not only vanquish this language, they'll be able to articulate and incorporate those things in the real-time conversations. Yeah.
exactly? So could you please share your way how you are learning new vocabs and
Yeah,
utilize?
yeah, absolutely. I would be more than related to tell you something about that particular thing because, as per my outlook, I haven't shared this thing with anybody yet. Yeah, with few people I shared this thing, but they were not able to like actually comprehend this thing because if I'm like articulating the things, then it is quite hard not to crack to comprehend. But if I'm like showing case the practical out there, people will be able to comprehend or penetrate the things. Yeah, very soon I'm gonna upload a session on my YouTube channel as well regarding this. But yeah, I'm telling you here, whichever I have been chasing actually for a long period of time. So I have been doing only one thing. Like today, I need to work on five vocabulary. So because now these days everybody looks for this thing that I need intensive transformation in no time, right? Like I literally want to speak this language in a better version in 1 week. So I'm just planning the things for like this only. So I'm just planning the things like this only. I'm not planning that you are going to get monotonous kind of feelings while working on your on the things. So you will feel thrilled while working on these things that you are absolutely doing something and you'll get confused, you'll get perplexed. So what I have been doing without further ado, I have been revealing here. I'm gonna reveal here. So the thing is there, this that if I need to work on five vocabularies today itself. So what I need to do, I need to just jot down those five vocabularies from the real time conversations. It can be from like the native speakers videos and from the Indian speakers videos itself. So I just need to jot down those vocabularies in my notebook. And what I do, I need to create a single story using all those vocabularies. I need to write down that story as well in Hindi too. So after making a story related to those vocabularies, very short story in few lines, like 5 or 6 lines, right? Not more than that, because ultimately I'm making sure here that people are not going to get any tedious feelings out there. They'll feel more elated, more thrilled out there. So in 5 lines, I'm completing those five vocabularies, and after that, I'm highlighting. those vocabularies which are too much imperative, on which we are actually working. And after highlighting them, I need to translate that whole story verbally. I don't need to jot down anything right now. So I need to translate that story verbally periodically as much as I can actually. If I have translated that story 5 times right now, at that moment of time when I'm actually vanquishing that story, that those vocabularies particularly. So, so automatically it is going to happen that we are going to accustom to while reiterating that story periodically, and we'll come to know the context of that particular story, and we'll come to know in which condition we can utilize that particular word or those particular vocabularies itself. So very soon I'm going to upload a session regarding this as well, how the people can generate, how the people can create a story regarding that particular thing, regarding those vocabularies. And as per my opinion, people are definitely gonna get abundance of benefits out of these if they are incessantly chasing these kind of things. This is not the thing that you are thinking that after reiterating the story I'll be able to deploy the things. You need to put yourself into the hot water first, right? We need to embrace the hurdles and deviances first, then we'll be able to do this thing. So in my incipient days, in my stepping step, when I was like doing this thing, like I was not able to deploy them in the real time conversations. I was also having like intricacies out there. I was like getting stuck. I was like there were different kind of conception I was having that I'll not be able to do that. But yeah, as I have mentioned that now I'm accustomed to. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a great way, I can say. I also follow another one that, two only one or two vocabulary I write at
Hmm.
morning time, and then read some examples by myself. Day to day
This
life,
is
like
also
what.
good.
Yeah, that's how I am learning, and yeah, that was
But now
also
these,
good.
now these days I've been witnessing only just one thing, that people actually do not have like an occupied time to work on the things. They cannot spend
Exactly.
their whole day. We have only
Yeah.
1 hour, more than not more than 1 hour actually to spend on these kind of things, because we have to do some work as you are like housewife. So being a housewife, you need to do some household chores itself. So that time it
Yeah.
is like quite intricate to find out some unoccupied time
Yeah.
to work on these things, and every time, each and every single moment, you cannot reiterate those things in your brain or like from your notebook, from your phone itself. So it is like harder to crack. but
Yeah.
but
Exactly.
as I'm gonna upload that video, so that will definitely surely help to like to everybody, including me.
Exactly.
I also have been learning the things from your kind of like people. Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Okay, so tell me something about your journey so far, like how it has been, because you have been working on your communication and it's been a quite few time. So how's
Yeah.
it been so far? Yeah.
So nowadays, a little slow down in my journey I have,
Mm.
because the festival going on, like Durga Puja
Mm.
happened, and now Diwali, Kali Puja is around the corner. People, after Dashami, Vijaya Dashami, we frequently we get people, I mean relatives at our home. So that is the reason I'm not doing much activities. Only I get
Mm.
hardly time for speaking activity.
Yeah.
Otherwise, listening, I skip listening, and reading also. I just doing hardly like 30 minutes, 20 minutes whenever I get
Mm.
time. I do spoken practice, because if I skip speaking practice, then I will stuck. I know it very well. That's why I do it. I mean, I am doing it.
Actually, this is what I mentioned this thing, that people do not have unoccupied time, much unoccupied time to work on the things. I also feel like that. I'm quite engrossed with the stuff, but it's still just to keep the momentum continue and to amplify my communication itself, because it is too much incumbent for me to speak this language incessantly. And now these days, what has been happening, that now these days people are not too much active in such groups where I can like
Hmm,
request the people to have words with them. So it is
exactly.
like quite hard to crack to find the people to have words with them and to keep the momentum continue itself. Because apart from this application, I have not been utilizing any other application now these days. just because of time foundation. Because now these days I'm boxed into working for office, for my own self, for my communication, and I need to spend some time to like have words with the people itself. So there are the things, yeah, which I need to
So
do.
are you doing the audio conversation also for practice purpose?
Earlier, I used to do, but as I have recently witnessed this thing when you are putting your messages out there in the WhatsApp groups and you are getting somebody to have words. So at that moment of time, you are not pretty much sure that with whom you are going to connect actually. You can, you can be connected like to a beginner naive person, gullible person. So at that time, it is quite hard not to crack to encapsulate yourself to other person, right? That person can find some difficulties and some cumbersomes out there to comprehend you when you are working on these sophisticated things, right? And if somebody is saying that to me that you have to speak this language in the basic manner so that a
Um,
a beginner person can like comprehend, a very beginner person can comprehend. So it is like difficult to me as well. I can
exactly.
speak, I can try for that. Yeah.
Hmm. And yeah, you are absolutely right. When you connect with beginner, they will, scared with your vocabulary. They what?
And one more thing is there that we'll not be able to, protract that conversation. We'll not be able to have lengthy conversation. It will be around 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, not more than. Yeah.
Hmm. You're absolutely right. So yeah, so how I mean, how many hours you are practicing in a day?
Okay, so same question was asked to me a day before yesterday, and I answered that question like this: like if we literally want to speak this language like a native speaker, not like a native speaker, but at least like in a natural manner. So that time we have to live our life like English person.
Hmm.
Whatever we are doing, we are washing our clothes, we are doing the dishes, we are preparing our lunch, breakfast, whatever we are doing, we are having words with somebody, we are pondering something, we are singing something. We have to do everything in English. And if we are obligating ourselves doing everything in English, so afterwards, we are not going to get any kind of intricacy while articulating ourselves. As per my ideology, is MR, if we are not practicing, will not be able to utilize ASMR properly. It happens to me as well.
Yeah.
In the morning when I was like having words with somebody, so that time I was like getting stuck somewhere, right? Just because of this thing, because it's been long time, I was not able to have words with somebody. Yeah.
Okay. So like when you are in the office, so do you have real people to communicate with
I
in
don't go to the
English?
office actually. I don't go to the
Oh,
office.
you're
Yeah,
working
yeah,
from.
yeah. 4 days,
Okay.
4 days in a month I go to office. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
So
Okay.
now these days I have not been getting, and so far, ever since I commenced my journey in this language, I haven't got any opportunity to connect with anybody in person, right?
Okay.
And yeah. But
Hmm.
yeah, once I got an opportunity, a phenomenal opportunity, I would say. Once I was in Jaipur, and at that moment of time, like I was sitting in a cafe, and that was like amazing moment for me. So I was just sitting in a cafe, and two foreigners came out there, and they were just having something out there, and I was literally inquisitive to have conversation or have words with them. And suddenly I broke the ice out there, and they started talking to me. And one of the guys from like he's from India, and he told me that we are coming here from Kerala and we are just exploring the city. And yeah,
Okay.
I had like abundance of conversation with them. So they told me different things of their country itself. So that was my
Yeah.
first conversation and last conversation I had that so far, actually. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So have you ever got any astounding opportunity to have like in-person conversation with somebody? Do you go to your like kids'
Hmm.
school?
I got actually, basically, I don't have. I have my niece are, very qualified in the English medium colleges, schools, but never tried to speak with them because they even don't know that I'm trying to learn this language. I keep
Hmm.
it secret on myself only. So yeah, I have environment, but I'm not utilizing because I have that fear that if they criticize me, those things in my mind. That's why I'm not into. with them. I mean, I'm not speaking with them, but one day I talked with a girl. I mean, she
Hmm.
work in Bangalore. So she
Hmm.
came to house one day in auto. I came across. I mean, I met with her. So she talked in English over phone. So I thought this
Okay.
is the opportunity. I should approach her. I mean, ask her where is she from. So I fought with my mind that should I or shouldn't. So
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
I for 5 minutes I talked with myself that I should approach or not. Then I thought that what will happen that I will see. So I should approach. Then I talked at least 10 minutes with her. So yeah, I wasn't good that time. I mean, it's about 6 months ago. But yeah, I got that confident. That only thing made me satisfied.
Hmm.
At least I approached.
That's the great thing, you know. I also don't lose any opportunity, any astounding opportunity. Like if somebody is approaching to me that I literally want to have words with you. So I feel like that this is my like fate. I have got somebody who is approaching to me, and I should
Exactly.
definitely find out some unoccupied time. If I'm not able to find out at least 30 minutes, so I should find out 15 minutes. And it will be protracted, to 30 minutes automatically. You don't need to like you know you don't need to go beyond the boundaries, right? You'll be automatically finding out some time to have like words with some when you are interested to have conversation
Exactly.
actually, right? and
Exactly.
and uh, and it now these days, as you know very well, that it is quite imperative to have consecutive conversations with the people if you literally want to sound great and you literally want to articulate yourself in the better version. I personally feel like this thing because earlier I used to have around 3 or 4 conversations in a day, but now these days like hardly I take single conversation. But yeah, this is my second conversation of the day today.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and we
So.
can't approach others like we don't know that that opposite person is comfortable with English or not. So that is the reason
Hmm.
when I saw that yes, this person is good and he or she also wants to speak, then only
Hmm.
I tried. Otherwise, not because in my
Yeah, I
yeah,
also do the same thing. Yeah, I
because
also feel like that I should.
I used to what happened when I wasn't into in the English language. People, I mean, talked in English with, I mean, communicate with English. I ran away. I eloped from that place.
Hmm.
So that embarrassment, I don't want to face others for just because of me. So yeah, I'm quite comfortable with Hindi, Bengali, and apart from
Hmm. So, you know what happens when I was not able to have like consecutive conversations with somebody. So that time people used to utilize, some sophisticated words in the conversations. So I didn't used to actually comprehend and penetrate them. Like how they are able to. I used to ponder about this thing that how actually they are utilizing such things, how they are accentuating on the words utilization. So slowly and gradually, as I got to know that you also can do this thing and you also can utilize a couple of things in your conversation. So now these days, I have not been witnessing anybody like who can give me abundance of words while speaking actually because I need these things so that I'll become more great speaker in this. And I literally want to amplify my communication in the better version because this is not like fair enough for me. I'm not completely consolidated with my like fluency with my language speaking and anything like whatever I have been doing in this.
okay, but
Hmm.
whenever I connect with you, I feel satisfied that yeah, I learned a lot of things. Even our last video, I multiple time I repeat and I listen to you very carefully to learn and grab new vocabularies because I know most of the words, the meaning I know. I mean, I heard, but I didn't
Hmm.
use those words on my communication skill. So if I repeat those words and I heard those words, might be it will remember. I mean, memorize. So that is the
And
reason.
I hope you're gonna join me on my that video which is very soon I'm gonna upload on my YouTube channel. that will definitely assist you, and though I'm just like revealing this thing here, those who literally want to work on their vocabularies in real time, if
Hmm.
they are approaching to me, I will definitely conduct some sessions for them. Those who are the those are the people, those who are having such kind of ambitions and willingness to learn some vocabularies, from my end. So I'm not saying like I will tell you the vocabulary, but you also can come up with your own vocabulary, which you literally want to, vanquish in your communication. So you can just come up with those vocabularies and in real time, I will tell you how you can actually reveal those vocabularies in real time. So I can conduct those sessions as well. If somebody is willing to learn such things, they can reach out to me on my YouTube channel. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sure. And sometimes what happen, people are learning new vocabularies. They don't know how to utilize. Every words have different situation to use. So how do you learn? Like with the meaning of that words. Like particularly how to where to use which situation we have to use these words. And another thing is your pronunciation is very clear. So, do you focus separately for pronunciation also?
Actually, when you are, making mistakes while speaking, so you should consider that you are getting stepping stones to work on yourself. So I don't consider this thing like if I'm utilizing any word wrongly. So I don't consider this thing that I cannot utilize this word in the right context. If I have made a mistake right now, one or the other day I'll be able to utilize. So people, what they think, they ponder about this thing that I need to utilize each and every single word in the right format itself all the time,
Yeah.
right? And they have this fear that other person is gonna judge them.
Hmm. Exactly. I
Right.
also have.
So yeah, we shouldn't have such kind of fear that other person is gonna judge me. Right. If you are speaking well, ultimately you're gonna be judged. If you are not speaking well, ultimately you are gonna be judged. So whatever
Exactly.
we are doing, we should do that particular thing. Right. Here we are getting stepping stones to work on ourselves. Here we have the opportunities to make the mistakes. Right.
Exactly. Even I noticed that one of the clapping go tutors, she also made a mistake. So
Everybody
early
does
time,
it. Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't able to recognize others' mistakes, but now I was shocked that, but still she was very confident. So I thought that why
Mhm.
I am thinking about a lot of mistakes, how to utilize. So I should be confident because um,
Exactly.
they can make
That's
mistake.
correct.
Anyway, actually, as an Indian, we
I've
have.
been Yeah, I have been listening to corporate speakers around like 5+ years, as I've been working in MNC. So I was like, since then I have been just listening in corporate speakers. So they also make mistake. They also don't focus on the grammatical part a lot. They don't
Hmm.
utilize sophisticated vocabularies as well. But yeah, those who are at the higher level, they know how to actually articulate themselves in the better words. And I'm not saying that they are not the greatest speaker, but yeah, they become great speaker just because of practice, because they have to deal with the people all the time in English communication. If we are having like
Exactly.
formidable conversations with the people all the time, so as per my ideology, we'll be able to become like this. you know
Exactly.
as you are not
Exactly.
getting opportunity, you are not getting an occupied time to have the conversation with the people, right? In night you are having words with me, right? So this is not fair enough. This is not like quite enough to work on ourselves, to witness the transformations in our communication actually.
Hmm. Yeah, you're absolutely
And
right.
as you asked about like the way of pronunciation of words, so we shouldn't deter ourselves that we are making mistake. We should make mistake while speaking, and we should learn from them. This is the only thing which can assist us to work on our pronunciation. And when you are accentuating on this thing that you need to pronounce the word correctly, so that time you are completely boxed into speaking like this. You don't need to learn the pronunciation. That time your tongue will speak the correct pronunciation, right?
Hmm.
Because
Okay.
your mouth muscles are very trained.
Hmm.
So I used to, as I mentioned, that I used to have like 5, 6 conversations in a day. So my mouth muscles got into the habit of like having words with the people. So when
Yeah.
somebody, you know, connects with me. I feel some kind of hesitation once in a blue moon. It's okay. Everybody does feel it. It's not a big number. Like if you are feeling some kind of hesitation, if you are considering yourself and debilitated somewhere, that's fine, right?
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
we should overcome from that, and we should work on ourselves again.
Yeah.
We should never, there is a saying as well, we should never give up.
Yeah.
So if we are not
As-
able to speak out something today, we'll be able to speak that thing tomorrow.
Exactly.
We
Even
can
if
forget the things, yeah, we can forget the things in one session. We cannot forget the things in 100 sessions.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So nowadays, I'm also getting confident that if I make mistake, it's okay. It's my right to be. I mean, as a learner, it's my right to make mistakes. Yeah. So earlier, I
Actually, we
was.
should make mistake. I tell the people, yeah, why are you just, ruminating about this thing that I shouldn't make mistake? When I was like having, now these days people are saying to me that Lalit, you can speak this language, but in my stepping step, when I was like turning from Hindi to English, so
Hmm.
that time I was not able to frame the structures properly. I was not able to utilize this MR as an have properly. So people used to take me granted for that particular thing. And when
Right.
I was making mistake, because I was making myself obligated, like that you need to have like conversations with the people in English itself. You don't need to
Hmm.
utilize any single Hindi word. So
Exactly.
at that moment of time, I was making abundance of intricacies out there. But yeah, as I have been like resonating myself with the people's insights like you, so I'm getting some improvement and transformations in my communication as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, so tell me one thing, like, right, and now these days people are kicking off their journey in this English language. Now these days everybody wants to speak this language. So as per
Hmm.
your ideology, most of the people they feel like that I'll not be able to speak this language, I'll not be able to prevail this language. So what you wanna suggest to them if they're gonna like if they're gonna kick off their journey in this language? So what should they do to work on their communication so that they'll be able to at least continue with this journey?
Yeah. So what happened in my case, I want to share my journey. Multiple time when I have started in my initial days, a lot of time I quit. I quit just because of lack of motivation. I thought that uh, it's not my cup of tea. Might be it's not for me. I should leave this. This kind of thought I had. But self motivation is very important. If you have that focus and purpose to learn this language, then you will get that self motivation. And one thing is, like, if you are consistent with this language, you will see that improvement, and that improvement motivate you to further learning. Because
Yeah, yeah,
if you don't see your improvement, then you lack your interest. That no, it's not for me. So yeah,
exactly.
for me,
Exactly.
exactly.
Completely on board with you. And you have mentioned the correct point. I mean to say you have hit the nail on the head. This is the right point people should comprehend actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. From
Hmm.
my journey, I learned this, that if you are seeing your improvement, then you get automatically motivation. That oh my God, I am I mean confident now. And yeah, compare your journey with yourself only, not with others.
Hmm.
That how you were earlier and how you are in now. So then you will get that self motivation.
Exactly. When I watch my own videos, so I like it's completely hilarious for me. Like I still ponder about this thing that how I used to speak. I didn't have any emotion. Like I didn't used to utilize any kind of intonation in my conversations. I didn't used to take pause. I didn't used to take commas. Like when in the morning I was like having conversation with somebody. So that time I was discussing the same thing. So these kind of things I used to do. But as people suggested me that Lalit, you are not taking pause. You are not utilizing any full stop in your conversation. So you should do that particular thing. And ever since I commenced doing those things, I
Hmm.
started getting some intonation. I didn't focus on those things like I should work on my fluency or these kind of things. I was just getting. automatically because I was like having vigorous conversations with the people. They were teaching me, like you, like I'm having conversation with you. So they were just articulating their thoughts. I was just trying to comprehend them, try to deploy them and enforce them in my conversation and my communication. And slowly and gradually, I was witnessing couple of transformations.
Yeah.
Those, as you mentioned, those gave me like the conviction in myself that you should work more on yourself. And now these days people are encouraging me a lot. They are giving me emboldened that you should work more on your things. So I'm just looking forward for more transformations in myself.
Exactly. And I also believe that, you should need that feedback. If you are getting feedback from others, then you get that motivation that, oh, if I am lacking in this part, then I should work upon it. Earlier, I also got a lot of comments that I my pronunciation wasn't good, so I took it seriously. I work upon it, and now whenever I say any word, I consciously try to say. So
Hmm.
that's how I am also improving. So if I
Yeah,
get
hmm. Yes, you're right. For pronunciation, I would like to mention here that we need to hold our horses while speaking, actually. We don't need to run after the quantity, we need to run after the quality. So if we are
yeah,
focusing on, yeah, if we are focusing on the quality, so we'll be able to pronounce the word correctly, right? And
yeah,
one thing I would like to mention here, as we were discussing something, so it happens still with me. Like if I'm having a conversation with any like senior leader of mine, so in under pressure I also feel like that I'm lacking of words, I'm having scarcities of words, I'll not be able to deploy anything in the conversation. So it happens to me, still it happens to me. Like if I'm having like general conversation with somebody or any topic discussion with somebody, so that time it is like quite convenient for me. But when it
yeah.
comes to like having conversation with my senior leaders, I also feel like fear.
Hmm. Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mm.
So, uh, did you notice any improvement on on me? Like we had earlier conversation, and now it's been might be a 2 month or 1 month, around one and a
Yeah,
half
yeah,
month.
it's been 1+ months here. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you are working on the things, but here I would like to suggest you one thing that you should
Hmm.
have at least one conversation each day. I am not able to do this thing right now, but I would like to suggest you that you should at least find out some unoccupied time to have words with somebody, whether you are having audio or video call, because at
Hmm.
that time you are accustomed to, you are in the proclivity to speak this language, to speak these words, actually, right? It is quite imperative for us, for you, for me, to have vigorous conversations with the people, so that we'll be able to give some training to our mouth muscles. Otherwise, if we are talking to the people in our vernacular, our muscles
Yeah.
are gonna forget about it, that you used to speak this language, this English
Exactly.
language, particularly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is the only thing I would like to mention here. Otherwise, like you are doing absolutely amazing in everything, right? You are
Yeah.
working on the vocabularies, I can witness. You are working on the pronunciation, I can also witness. And your confidence level is also quite high, and many more
Okay.
things apart from that. And
Thank you.
I hope you'll be able to get more conviction, more confidence in yourself. And if anything you feel like that I can assist you in that, you can just connect to me.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. And you are absolutely right. Nowadays I'm not getting time for, spoken practice. That is the reason I can say
I
that.
know. I know
Yeah.
why I can, like, why I'm saying this thing to you, because I also feel like the same thing. I have been doing this practice for a long period of time. So now I can comprehend this thing, that who is doing practice or not. So yeah, you must have witnessed this thing, that when I started like having words with you for the first time today. So at that moment of time, I was also getting stammer. I was also getting reluctance in my community. I was getting stuck in few sentences. Yeah, when we are not having like consecutive conversations with the people, so it happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. If I need any help, I will message you again.
No, surely. If I also need any kind of assistance from your end, I will definitely reach out to you because you are the person who's gonna teach me many more things.
Okay. Oh my God. It's a biggest word I can say. It's I thank you so much.
No, absolutely. I can actually witness your hard work, right? So I'm definitely gonna learn abundance of things from your end as well. Okay, well, thank you so much for connecting with me and
Yeah.
keep doing great things and keep working on yourself and impart your insights with others as well.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Good night.